Hey guys, welcome to Occultists.
Let's talk about our sponsors that are very good.
Yes. This is episode 73?
Oh,
yes.
74.
74?
4.
Ah, good God. And I'm just now looking over at the overlay, and hey, Atratus has mine too, and has had mine too for a little bit now. Whoops.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And Weird has Space 3. Whoops. Yeah, okay. Legacies, man, they mess me all up.
We're on top of things.
I'm so on top of things. I blame the holiday
We've
break.
been spending XP.
Yes. So, welcome, guys. We are sponsored by Roll20, The Onyx Path, and viewers like you. Thank you to Ryan, Doc, Elaine, James, Perry, Josh, Thomas, Schmitty, Moku, Melissa, Cinna, Puppeteer, Michael, Danny, Other Michael, Emil, Alexander, Brandon, Giovanni, Noba, and Cat Feathers. Thank you guys for your support. We greatly appreciate it. Lets us do cool stuff. When we hit $200 a month, we will be starting up, hopefully, maybe another video, just a little side series of me just kind of talking about what the heck is all this stuff we're talking about, weaving and unraveling and practices and yantras and what is all this crap? What I'd really like to do is probably do like a series of those videos and then just be like, what questions do you have? And just field them either with the players or with myself, or I don't know, we'll pull people out of Discord. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I want to do something where we can engage. Because right now it feels a lot like we're just talking.
Engage and enrage, baby.
Like taunt and pull. Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that. So yes, when we last left off, the Cabal had crossed through to another place that appears to have some semblance of a Mayan civilization. The people
with angle elves.
Yeah, the people are not quite human. And after some scrutiny, because I think somebody did scrutiny. Yeah, because weird scrutiny. Oh yeah, that's right, you both did. Because you used life and Weird used fate, and these are living, breathing people, but with a like heavy air quote there. They don't have souls, they're living in a very idyllic, created environment. There's definitely something not natural about this place. Excuse me. They met with the priest, who kind of wandered them about the town, and saw people, introduced people, got to meet kids, talked with their elders, and discovered, in about like 3 generations, no other lost ones have come through from the temple. These 3 are the first in quite a number of years. That, their goal, like all the other lost ones, must be to travel down the Golden Road and to what lies at the end of it. What lies at the end of it, they asked, and we don't know. That is not for them to know. Only for those
Divination told us.
Divination told you
the treasure you seek.
Yeah. Exact quotes, very important, folks. Especially with divination.
I don't like it. I don't like any of this.
We're going to put a pin in that for a minute because I want to come back to that.
Okay, we definitely can. For those of you who are following along and being observant, you may have noticed that normally we have a little spot where over here with the text and it says, hey, welcome to Roll20 and all that stuff because we haven't played anything, but yet there's a spell from Songbird. That's nothing to worry about. We just fixed up Camera Obscura. So that actually has a proper duration with a proper potency. And yeah, so that's it. He got a Paradox Dice Wisdom 15 minute
chance die.
Yeah, 15 minute.
Cool.
Wound. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I have something Songbird wants to do, like when we first wake up, unless we get like shoved towards the road or whatever.
No.
Okay.
And definitely during your conversations, you definitely have the understanding that, you guys are given time to prepare and ready yourselves and stuff like that. So
before that, like, Weird wakes up in the night after having a bit of a nightmare.
Sure.
Because this has occurred to me. I'm gonna in the night, as I'm trying to calm down, activate Mage Sight.
Okay.
And look at Atratus.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I see on her fate lines?
Any number of myriad effects. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's not like they're all condensed into a little pom-pom
No.
and then spreading out? Okay, good.
No.
Okay, that's relaxing
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything, and especially because you had made sight on before, you would have seen, fate has not suddenly rearranged by coming here or anything like that.
Yeah, I was worried we were being incorporated into the machine.
No.
That everything was ordained, and now we were ordained as well. So.
Furiously scribbles notes.
Yes.
All right, so like Songbird wakes up at his usual
Dawn.
very early o'clock, and under the guise of like working out a bit and like going for a jog, I want to kind of like trace out a big area of scale.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this idea in my head for a spell, and you tell me what dot level, what practice or whatever. But
Sure.
essentially I want to carve out an area and kind of the opposite of what I did to the mask, how I like took away its truthiness.
Mm-hmm.
I want to like enhance the ability for like everything to express itself through like high speech, through supernal symbolism and stuff like that.
With the end result being what? It's sounding like weaving right now, but
that when I look at the place that we are at kind of as a whole, I will be able to understand what it is that we are in.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I think that's going to be like perfecting. Or
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the
Yeah,
three
that
dots.
sounds about right. That's kind of what I had in my head.
Making the truth
right.
shinier.
All right, so I think I just need scale and scale and duration.
Okay.
Do I need to increase potency or anything? Estimation?
I think it is going to be, well, okay, well, we'll be blunt with this, because especially since you've seen it outside, there is some exterior, originator for this, and there is some level of obscurity, and that's what you were getting through with the withstand.
Okay. Meant to pull up that spellcasting size area.
Are you trying to determine if it's like a pocket dimension or whatever?
Yeah, I think trying to get the supernal to tell me clues about what it is, because we haven't been able to figure that out.
To
with
identify
space
the
magic
machine
or anything.
or what it's
Yeah,
doing,
basically.
I think is.
Yeah. We just walk through a weird little portal into some place.
If you did a city block, you would get
Okay.
the entire place.
This is not very big at all.
No, it's you've got like the pyramid, and then you have enough. There's some farms and stuff that's kind of on the exterior, but the vast majority of the living space is all told like maybe 100 people.
I'm gonna take like probably 3 hours.
Okay.
Like slowly pacing around everything, or not slowly pacing, but like jogging and encompassing and
Sure.
like following. Yeah. So a couple extra ritual durations.
Okay.
And a willpower.
Good lord.
This is going to be a small dice pool.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, how much are you pushing this? I'm very curious. Yeah. That's true. Scale. Cool. So
4 dice, I think.
minus
The way I
1,
mathed this.
minus 9,
Yeah.
minus 1, 4 dice. Yeah.
4 days.
All right. Weird. Give me the successes, please.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in the
One
morning,
success.
at dawn, Songbird is up and goes on a jog, kind of with a mission in mind, forming that imago for 3 hours. And what are you guys doing? Actually, a note, and just going to bring this up because Songbird, you would have noticed probably, especially if you're like popping up and like, I'm going to go do this. You will probably see the priest with a few men and women in tow. Well, actually 3 who are carrying like small bundles of clothes. And basically, as you're leaving, of course, with no telepathy, is kind of motioning.
Did the spell not keep going?
How long did we have telepathy?
It only had an hour duration, I think.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. But yeah, kind of motions at, what appears to be clothes for you that match kind of their kind of not rough linen, but, kind of the simple whites and
The proper clothes.
Home
That we
raid.
did
Yes.
not come here wearing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I can put them on before the
Okay.
spell even.
Sure.
That's fine.
That's fine. But yeah, and then they, for, Weird and Tratus, they come and wake you with the sun.
I'm probably awake not long after Songbird.
Mhm.
So when Atratus wakes up, I'm just sitting in the doorway, kind of watching Songbird running around and flipping a coin and just tracking how many heads and tails I get.
Right. But they approach and kind of set clothes on like a small stool that you've gotten those small little spaces for you, and just, leave you to your privacy to change should you wish. But then, you're watching Songbird jog, counting the laps.
There's nothing weird about the coin flips. Like they're
Nope.
okay. That's
So
not like always. It's not like heads, tails, heads, tails, heads,
No.
tails.
No,
Okay,
everything
just making
you've
sure.
seen so far has been like these people are the
Okay.
ones who have like the person, but fate, interactions, chance still works. Get out your D20 and it's still random as D20s are. All that kind of stuff. Actually, now that I think about it, Songbird, like you're running and they're like trying to flag you down with like bowls of steam coming off of it. Do you need your legs? I'll come back and get that later. Kind of thing. But yeah, they bring in the change of clothes, and then a little while later, food for Atratus and Weird.
And just a note, during the morning before Atratus woke up, I would have scoured my pattern.
Okay.
I'm kind of low on mana. So.
Sure.
Yeah, I've got my strength down by 1, so I can get my mana back.
Okay. Which gives you 3. The entire place, I just mean the little town, city, village thing you're on, not out into the jungle
Not
and
the
across
whole.
Yeah.
So, cool. And then, if you guys are just kind of chilling, kind of quiet conversation while you watch Songbird. Songbird, as you kind of finish, and I feel like there's that buildup of energy as you and then just kind of let it all out.
I feel like I probably am like right at the center of the town, like
Maybe
naturally kind of working through and stuff. And
maybe even run up top of the pyramid and kind of look at your.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. And so, as you're kind of, jogging up, and just kind of like filling the climax building, right? And then just the wash of it. This is a giant, like, I'm trying to figure out the right terms. In Songbird terms, this is like a base camp to climbing Everest.
Okay.
Here are people, they'll take care of you, they'll get you set up, they can't help you climb Everest, but they'll at least give you a moment's rest. And it is designed to be here for a long time.
Okay. Interesting. I was kind of was picturing like the not just like the town, but like the space itself, this
beyond?
dimension that we are thinking, like I'll carve out an area and like try and interpret, like, I don't know.
It's part in it. Yeah. I will go so far as to kind of as a little bit of more of a gimme. This is like set to be Everest, and its base camp.
Okay.
This is a challenge with, some kind of reward at the top. Technically climbing Everest, you don't win anything, but
Right.
yeah. Yeah, or a gauntlet of sorts.
Okay.
Kind of and the priest, I think, has been watching you a little bit worried, what is he doing? As you kind of eventually make your way down, and there's at this point cool food for you to eat.
That's fine.
Yep. Forces 1 says I can fix that. So you guys kind of reconvene at the little log cabin longhouse thing you guys have. There's no communal space. It's in somebody's room or outside it. But and the priest has come by and waved and kind of checked on you. And has spoken in this Uru-esque ancient tongue or something like that.
Indecipherable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has hints of
structure.
Right. Yeah.
It's not just gibberish.
It's a language. It's
right.
just
It's
not one that we know.
Atreus, can you hit us with that again?
I can try.
It doesn't cost mana.
That's true.
You can just do you and weird while I'm doing the spell or whatever if you want.
Well, I mean, with remote range, she can be in that asshole.
Oh, sensory.
Yeah.
Just thinking for
I guess then I don't have to do it instant. I can.
for saving reach and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
I won't be able to reach him then. Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna have to figure out a name for that spell that I did.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
Did I increase the potency when I did this before?
You did not. Because withstand.
You did because you were trying to overcome the priest that we were talking to.
That's right.
Yeah, it has
I
to
think
move
I think we just adjusted the dice.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's right.
Yeah.
But because we realized you could take another potency and just take a larger yantra. But withstand only matters if somebody decides to withstand. So that is always a reflexive, you decide. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing now what you are doing, the priest is not going to be withstanding anything.
I went for advanced duration already and scale, so I don't need to increase those. Because we're not going to be here for that much longer.
Cool. Yeah, so go ahead and roll that 8. Wait, 10.
Five successes.
And there you go.
Dang.
Let's go ahead and take an arcane beat, unless you want the XP or the mana.
No. Because that gives me 2 arcane XP.
Nice. But yeah, I think especially because this only took you the 1 hour, Songbird is on the jog and all of a sudden blank. Oh, hey, everybody's awake. But yeah, with that, the priest kind of, comes over and basically checks in to see if you are all well, if there's anything you need, and mentions that, we have craftsmen, we have a smith, we have a weaver, we have, any number of, small things that if you, realize that you are needing.
Arm around his shoulder. Take me to the smith.
Absolutely. And
what happens if we don't take the golden road?
I don't think he understands even that. That's a concept.
No, he does, because he says, you may return the way you came. There are those who have come here but not gone down the road, but we never see them again.
So they come and then leave? Like they came here accidentally?
No, he's like, no, they came, they spoke, they pondered the golden road and then decided it was not for them.
Okay. Yeah, while here, our options are
back
go
out
home
the pyramid
or down the road.
Yep. Yeah, and he's like, you are welcome to rest here, but you cannot stay here. But yes, with Songbird's enthusiasm, which apparently is a little infectious to the priest, he's like, "You want to meet the smith? Sure, we'll meet the smith. Yeah, let's go." Yeah, this guy is working like old school smithing. Like he's nothing's getting down to definitely nothing getting melted. And most everything that they're working with is what's the term, pig iron and stuff like that, is this very very rudimentary stuff, and heavy on the recycling. Oh, that knife has gotten worn or cracked or something like that, and like works it back into a small ingot and then works it back out. But yeah, he's happy to talk with you, and especially Forge Master Eyes on. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, come and sit and work with me. And yeah, he's pleased to. I don't think he's trying to teach you anything,
No.
but it's just more of a sit and see how I do things.
Also, you can't talk to him.
Correct. Well, the priest is there to translate.
Just the smith was not a subject of the telepathy spell,
right.
So
Yeah.
But I know Chris wanted that because Chris is going to increase his craft skill.
Go watch and learn. Watch him work.
Watch some old school tools.
Yeah, and we're talking, based on how this has all been passed out, and trust me, they're not learning anything new. This is some 1,000-year-old techniques and stuff like that, 1,500-year-old techniques.
So yeah, these people, are these what happens when like a life mage creates life with like life 5?
You are not sure. Without having like one of the originals, you're not sure if this was life created out of nothing or somebody took something, changed it with a lower life, and then they and made them a breeding, viable population.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So without having the originals to know, but yeah, it definitely is like somebody works some life magic here. But yeah,
So I've been curious about how life can apparently just create a thing. Like,
oh, gotcha.
With 5 dots in life, you can just make a species.
Make a
Talk to
species.
Songbird about it.
Yeah, make
he
a
continues
species.
to study.
Make a species, make a bacteria, make a virus. Cure cancer by making a virus cancer killing virus. And that one, like, once it starts breeding, man, you can just let that loose and go solve cancer real quick. But no mage has ever done that. I wonder why. Surely that won't turn backwards on anybody.
Surely the seers won't stop it as soon as they find out.
Yep. Cool.
Raptor wouldn't like that very much.
Probably not. Okay. So I'm imagining you guys don't have any particular supplies you need. Maybe a backpack.
I mean, I definitely have a pack with stuff.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, it's not like you guys went down to the Yucatan with stuff in your pockets. I know Atritus has got her little bag full of yantras, bone yantras. So, cool. So do you guys spend time there longer, or do you find your way to the Golden Road and begin your journey down?
Songbird's ready. Yeah.
I wanted to try something first while Songbird was at the Smith.
Sure.
I just want to try and do a co-location.
Okay.
To Worth Street.
Okay.
Just to see if it works.
Sure.
Yeah, because you're reaching outside this space.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have stands on those?
Definitely going to have the sympathetic range withstand.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, when you're filling that out, you have to have a yantra that represents Worth Street.
Mm-hmm.
The co-location itself does not have a withstand.
Yeah, I was just trying to think if there was any sort of penalty in place for reaching out of like a pocket dimension.
Nope.
Okay.
Because and that's the trick of space. Space is connected to everything if you can find the connection. Unfortunately, Weird, of course, already has a connection to her own sanctum because, duh. But yeah, has to have that representation.
Your soul stone is there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't bring it. That's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I am my link.
Yep. Yeah, so in that case, you actually have no withstand sympathetically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun fact, as I was reading over stuff, keep going. You guys also, Travis and Songbird, you guys count as +2 sympathetic yantras to other members of your legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, all 0 of them.
Very true. Cool. Space 3, you will have to use 2 mana because sympathetic casting and then 1 for space. And then what are you using for your yantra back to Worth Street Station? Just out of curiosity.
Like myself. I'm like my soul stone and I are interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's 11.
So you're essentially targeting the area around you and around your soul stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, cool. 11.
2 successes.
Cool. And by default, you have a about that much space. But yeah, at least for you, and you would have to turn Mage Sight on to see it, but you already know it's there. But yeah, you can feel your spell go through and, can reflexively just be in Worth Street Station now.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like
trapped here.
There wasn't, that I wasn't trapped here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do you actually step through and step back?
No, I'm satisfied that I can see into it and it's all there.
I'm curious, if you step through, can you then just be in New York and walk around in New York?
Mm-hmm.
As long as the duration lasts.
This spot is the place where you can go in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 places are connected. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you aren't like stuck in this spot in New York.
Right.
No. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to give it a try.
Cool. Yeah. That spell with 1 reach can actually become an actual traditional portal.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, you can just walk around. So cool. Yeah, Weird goes, yeah, no, we're good. We've got an escape plan if necessary.
All right.
But yeah, so the priest says, okay, very well. Quick question, because Songbird said, yeah, he probably changes. Do Travis and Weird, do you guys change into their more traditional clothes?
Sure.
I don't, my clothes aren't going to fit in this bag.
It'll throw off my whole vibe. But aesthetic.
No, it's more literally that well, what am I going to do with my clothes?
I mean, you can put him in Songbird's bag. He's got a huge backpack.
Okay. Just
curious. So yeah, you guys, dressed like Jedi Padawan. It's just the image I have, or like Rey.
Mm-hmm.
Just for clarity, is there small clothes with the robes and stuff that they use?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're small for Weird. They're a little bit bigger for Songbird.
Underwear.
Thank you, Wheel of Time, for teaching me that. They kept talking about small clothes. I'm going to Google it. Oh, why couldn't we just say underwear? Okay.
Dragon Age Origins was the first place
old-timey words.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so you guys, kind of gather together. The priest comes and speaks some words to you guys, and says, basically telepathically says, I will now bless your journey. Says some words. There's no tingly sensation. There's no or anything, anything like that. But he says, and now, travel and be well. And then kind of steps and turns and everybody, not everybody is there to watch you, but everybody who was there just all go burp and just turn their back on you and they go back about their business. not quite, shun levels.
Strange.
But very
They'll never see us again.
They're done with us now.
No, it's much more like there is a ritual to it of like you guys are going,
Okay.
we are no longer helping you kind of thing. Not a we're done, kind of snap kind of thing. But yeah, to remind everybody at home, you've got this, what did I say, 10-foot wide, gold brick road,
Big slabs of gold.
which is probably kind of odd to walk on because there's a little softness to them, a little almost spring to them. I don't know. I've never walked on gold, but it is very soft metal.
I don't imagine that you
Not bouncy, but
we would
bounce
actually-
off of it.
we would
No,
actually
but you
leave.
can definitely scuff it with your shoes.
And we
Okay.
would,
sure.
leave footprints behind.
right. Yeah.
Like when you wrap gold bars up in plastic, the imprint of the plastic stays in the gold when you unwrap it.
Yeah, it's a very if it's just raw metal, it is
Like actual, just like straight up gold is super soft.
super soft. Yeah.
You can
fair.
scratch it with your fingernails.
Yeah. And there are other footprints across this. Probably, well, at this point, nobody's walking out on the edge, so you have this kind of middle path that's a little sunken, showing age. Actually, I think for Atratus anthropology, it's like, oh yeah, it's a lot of these like Roman roads and stuff like that just got worn down and stuff like that. You get the wagon ruts and kind of stuff like that, where just stuff is just worn, just overuse. But yeah, you guys begin, and the first, handful of steps are no big deal. But about 20 paces from where you had left, the sky gets dark. The sun does not set. You don't have something. It's just the nice blue sky with a smattering of clouds. A lovely day just slowly gets dark, almost like the sun is not setting but is turning off. Somebody's got the dimmer switch. There is a odd, ever-present light that takes you probably just a couple seconds to realize that it is actually coming up off of the gold that you were walking on. So you have these kind of subtle shadows, but if they're all glowing, and which kind of lights the trees in this. You've got your classic dark jungle trees, and it casts in a little soft golden light, and then there's just darkness beyond. Marching orders.
First.
I
Second.
figured you're kind of walking like,
You could definitely
Side by
walk
side.
side by side if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine too. I'll be in the middle.
Cool. So yeah, as you guys are, walking, the sun goes out, so to speak. The road kind of lights, and the sounds of the jungle, which previously you had heard, just kind of normal bird kind of sounds, and never anything loud and predatory like a big jaguar growl or anything like that, but large pig, boar type creatures might be heard or something like that. But starts to, all those sounds kind of build up, especially the insect sounds, to a kind of dull roar, like the frickin' cicadas. And it's just that wall of sound of just animal sounds, the jungle becoming very, very oppressive, and it's a very obvious, I was going to say overt, that's the word I wanted, stay out of the jungle kind of
Stay
feel.
on the road.
Right. And you guys walk for half an hour, and there's nothing. The trees are passing by. You have enough sense of them that, like, you're not seeing repetition. We're not suddenly on a loop. Looking back, you can see the pyramid, which was lined up on the Golden Road, has shrunk a bit, but it's it's kind of falling away in the distance. It's not super tall, so it's not like you're going to see it for forever. Well, actually, no. In the darkness, you probably don't even see it now that I think about it. And yeah, half an hour goes by, an hour. And then suddenly, you look left, you look right, and nobody is there. It is just you.
All three of us, it's just you?
All three of you, but it's just you.
Mm.
Yeah. And you notice, possibly may have seen coming a little bit, just not quite realizing the various footprints that you had been seeing.
Start falling off.
Right. And so most of what had been, this kind of wide path that was definitely sunk is now much narrower and not nearly as sunk as if only one person or a couple people had walked these roads before. Something footprints poem. Moving on. If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's fine. But yeah. So let's roll a D.
Oh, it's the Jesus
That's
one.
the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it. Took me a second, but I got there.
We're gonna roll D3, and based on roll 20, Weird is 1, Atratus is 2, Songbird is 3.
Give me that 3.
Atratus. So first off, do you do anything?
Immediately flip on Mage Sight and try to figure out what the hell just happened.
Okay. You look about and you see no active magical effects.
Did we cross some sort of threshold? Can I look back at the path on the ground and see where the
no,
mini
because
steps
it's
stopped?
definitely it's somewhere through here, because you can look back and a farther ways back you had a lot, but then over the course of probably the past 10 minutes the footsteps had fallen off, and now you are really noticing. Looking ahead, you can see there's more, and it's kind of coming down to just a few footsteps, as if there's a segment where this happens. I'll go.
Okay. I am going to cast Web of Life.
Okay.
I haven't done it in a long time. Let me figure out how to do it.
Gnosis plus life, if you want to just throw it out real quick. Plus 5.
Yeah, we're going to be overreaching by 1.
Okay. For advanced scale, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of limit are you putting on your, creature sense?
Humans.
Okay.
I'm trying to find Songbird and Weird.
Gotcha.
They're in the same spot you are.
So
Reaching
I
by
will spend.
Okay.
Yeah. No, cast it.
So 9.
4, 9. 2 successes.
So yeah, you send out this little ping, and yeah, as far as you can tell, Weird and Songbird are right where they had been. They possibly, because we haven't seen their perspectives, they possibly have moved a little bit, but yeah, they are nearby.
Oh, okay. I just can't see them.
Correct. Nor hear them, for that matter.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean I can't target them with a spell?
I would say, well, actually, yeah, because you have experience. You could, if you had Web of Life, and so you could tell that they are there. You could potentially do it.
Okay, should I do that again with another thing for duration then?
I think you're fine.
That is up to you. Do you mean to cast right now?
Oh, so that I can no, so that I could then target them with a spell, because I didn't have a advanced duration on that. I just had to ping.
I'm trying to think the best way to do it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to roll another paradox dice.
As the bonus overreach.
Yep. Okay. Not worried about it. So you have it for a scene or an hour.
Okay.
Is that what
I'm going to throw telepathy out again.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured.
What did I roll last time? I'm just going to find that.
10.
10? Yeah, sure. 10.
Web of Life is a duration spell, so if it goes to
Right, but she only
advanced,
has
then
1 life.
oh right.
It would only be like 3 seconds normally.
Haha.
Cool. Yeah.
4 successes?
4 successes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you reach out and you are inundated with Weird and Songbird's emotions.
Just probably very confused.
hmm
Just,
Possibly a little angry.
Word's pretty calm.
Okay.
Okay,
So real quick, pausing there because now you guys have set up communication.
we're linked.
Right. Weird and Songbird, was there anything specific that you guys did in panic in those first, I don't know what, 20 seconds, 24 seconds?
Like immediately this kind of like this feels like a ban or something similar. A similar
Oh, yeah.
fight.
hmm
So mage sight on, and I want to scrutinize.
You don't see anything.
I don't see anything.
Mm-mm.
That is unlikely.
I mean, you don't see anything supernal related.
Yeah.
Nothing screams at you in high speed runes.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
But
Songbird just looks down
but that
into
could
his
just be-
pocket.
Go ahead.
Songbird just reaches down into his pocket and slips on his knuckles
It's like, all right.
and just fucking looks at him
Just ready to go.
and concentrates for, a few minutes.
Mhm.
And they shine a little bit brighter in the supernal. I'm using my my second legacy attainment,
Oh, yes.
the Master's Hand.
Yeah, so it's
So
eight,
my
9
My
again.
knuckles are now a 8 again for punching,
Right.
and an 8 again as a yantra.
That's right. And then Craig, you are correct. Like, you are not seeing anything immediately, so there could
But
be
just-
something. It may be veiled.
Just might be veiled. Yeah. I don't have Prime to do a dispel or anything, but how did I do that before? Was that all Songbird?
Songbird made it visible for a second for
Yep.
us.
Correct.
Right. So I'm going to try and collocate Songbird and Atratus and me.
Okay.
I mean,
We're here.
like, out of character, Ash already figured out that we're all still in the same spot.
Right, but there's a
You don't
reason
know
why.
No,
I think
I
there's a reason why
understand.
we
You
took
can
it.
go ahead and try. Yeah.
It costs you fucking 2 mana every time you do it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Just checking to make sure what reaches I need.
You will need to either take a -2. Actually, yeah, you're going to have a little bit of trouble because you're going to need yantra for each of them that are not going to count.
Which I already have.
What?
You guys
So-
gave me hair samples, right?
When?
When I first got space.
Okay.
I
Sure,
don't
sure.
remember that. But
I
sure.
don't
I
remember that
having
at
a
all.
conversation.
Okay. I
I
mean,
thought, maybe not. If you guys didn't, there wouldn't have, then that's fine. I thought I had samples from you guys.
but
I just don't
regardless-
remember that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, the hair's not the same right now, so I don't know if that matters.
Hmm.
Oh, that's very true.
Oh, right, because we look Mayan now, right?
Yeah.
We are Mayan now.
Yeah, we are
We
Mayan.
don't look Mayan.
Right.
Yeah.
But actually,
We do have like the gifts we've given you though. So
correct. Yeah, you could you could use those. Just to cut things out. If you want to pay the 2 mana, you're welcome to. But yeah, your co-location shows up, and for whatever, like it is the same place. Like you are in the same place, but for whatever reason, out of
You just can't
phase
see
with
us.
each other.
So it's not a space effect, but it could be a mind effect.
I mean, there's a number of stuff,
Yeah.
especially when you
There's
start.
a whole lot of shit it could be.
Especially when you start combining Arcana. But yeah, for
Just
whatever
fucking
reason,
Archmastery, like,
Archmaster
could be a whole lot of
is
things.
Yeah,
All right.
that's true.
but the path
And because I think at one point, Songbird, because Songbird has seen this stuff, has probably mentioned, hey, this was an Archmage working
Yeah.
this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
made this.
this is, I don't even Chris doesn't remember what the dumb practices are above 6, but
Excision is the only one I can remember.
At 8, it's some dumb bullshit.
Yep.
Like 6 is spells that can make themselves stronger in response to outside stimuli. Like,
yep.
It's like when you start talking about multiple dimensions and like 5th and 6th dimensions and shit. I'm just like, nope. All right, my eyes just glaze over.
Yeah.
But yeah, your study shows that you guys are in the same location, and now that you're getting Travis's telepathy, it's like, okay, you guys are here, but there is no interaction with one another.
So if I walk over to where I know they are, there's nothing there.
Your hand passes right through.
Okay.
And you two do not feel any fuzziness, or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Songbird starts walking forward.
Yeah. Do you all just want to keep going and hope that at some point we're together again?
The area itself described itself to me in like high speech runes to be like the base camp to Everest. Like this is a climb.
Yeah, it could very well be that we're meant to take this climb alone.
Personal challenge.
That we have to do it alone. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not like alone.
No.
You're still here. You're just not here. I don't understand space.
Don't think about it too hard. It might hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well,
Weird doesn't understand this either. So
to give you guys, especially Travis being the book nerdy one, and I think weird because of her starting to study space. Like there are 3 major Twilights that we know of as mages, but angels, the God Machine angels, use another Twilight that is not connected to the other 3. The possibility of there being many multiple Twilights is not, not unheard of as a concept.
They basically shoved us into different phases.
That is, yeah, very, very
Probably.
simple. Yeah.
Okay, so, is Gabe here?
No, Gabe
Didn't he
stayed
stay?
back in New York.
yeah.
Because it's like Yucatan, like there's some dumb stuff, and he's working with Catherine specifically.
Okay. So I guess you keep going. Like we can talk to each other, so that's good. But can't help each other. But okay.
Songbird walks forward.
Sure.
All right, let's keep going.
Cool. So yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Before we guys go, I'm gonna throw a quick spell if I can.
Sure.
That should be 1 for instant cast, 1 for advanced duration,
Okay.
1 for I got 4 each. 1 for advanced scale,
Sure.
just because I want to catch everybody in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a spare if I need it.
Right.
Just superlative luck.
Sure. We're doing
So
weird things. 7 dice.
4 successes.
And yes, you do have to technically use. I'm going to have you use your 4th reach to remote cast, basically through the telepathy,
Sure.
and reaching out to one another. But yeah, boom, supernal luck.
Right,
Okay, so what does that do again?
4, 5, 6, 7. So your next 7. You have a pool of 7 dice that you can take the roll quality on, like 7 rolls.
Which is the re-roll all the ones that you fail.
Yep.
Okay,
Mundane
does that apply to
things.
mundane rolls, right? Not spells.
Right.
Mundane rolls, yeah.
Can do it with spells, but it doubles the ritual duration.
Well, and I didn't take the reach for that.
Right, yeah. But when you really want to get that spell off.
All right,
Yeah.
and off we go.
So yeah, you guys continue forward. And yes, you guys have the bundle of emotions that is back there that is one another, and you can kind of communicate. But yeah, this place got a little bit more, I don't want to say frightening necessarily, but
Intimidating?
Intimidating is pretty good, yeah. You because now it is just you. It's not the
Because now
three.
we're alone.
Yeah, it's not the three amigos. It's just the three. It's just you. And yeah, you watch as the footprints. Everybody seems to just kind of move in towards the center, away from the jungle. You guys have a probably kind of little sense that you guys are all walking right together, single file, or some such. That is when the big beastie steps forth from the trees. It is not subtle, nor is it quick and angry. It is a... How tall do you guys think trees are in the jungle? 10 feet tall, probably higher?
Much
Like
taller.
a lot.
Yeah.
Much big.
Yeah.
Very, very, very big.
20,
Yeah.
30, 40.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So
Like a rainforest jungle?
Right. Yeah, so yeah, that's
like
true.
Hundreds of feet tall.
That's very true.
Yeah, there's a whole ecosystem in the canopy.
That's true. Yeah, because I'm thinking jungle and I'm thinking like generic, like, oh yeah, they're this tall and they just
The
have
woods.
So a 15-foot tall minotaur
cool.
steps
Hell yeah.
and it is the classic Greek, minotaur, huge, massive, masculine torso, the cloven hooves and, fuzzy legs and massive horns that are capped in like iron.
Click.
Which is the first time that's ever happened to him. But no, the horns are tipped with like iron, actually bronze, I think is more.
Mhm.
But that comes down to like filigree, down to like where it curves towards his head.
Yeah, he's fancy.
What was that?
He's fancy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the darkness, you can see wet spots of darkness on him, and is not quite dragging so much as lazily like pulling a like massive maul with a huge stone sledgehammer head, just kind of dragging it, steps out and plants feet, and this 10-foot wide path was really, really big for humans, but man, it's about minotaur sized as he just kind of steps and looks in front of you.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, no, I think he just watches.
What's up, dude?
You're all seeing the same thing, I assume? Big giant
Mhm.
minotaur.
Yeah.
When,
I wonder if it's the same one.
when Songbird, you say "sup, dude," there's a snort and a little like nod of his head and kind of this movement forward.
Is it?
Do you need to get by me? Is that you going that way? That's fine.
Like
We can just kind of, go around each
walk
other.
around. Yeah. Oh, you're going this way.
That's
No, I'm
fine.
going this. No.
Yeah. Oh, we do the grocery cart shuffle.
God, that is the worst thing. I fucking hate
My
it
record is
so
7
much.
dodges.
Oh.
Oh my god.
But no, he kind of, and especially because I imagine Songbird legitimately is being kind of wry and snarky
Yeah.
about this, and like the set of the shoulders, the head comes down, and like the casual. I'm making motions down here as if you guys can see, and he's kind of
Mhm.
moving his grip up closer to the and kind of lifting up the
Getting
sledgehammer.
ready to pick it up.
And yeah, and just it starts charging with this
Cool.
loud bellow, and head first, and then looks like its shoulders coming up to basically uppercut you with his sledgehammer.
Good luck, bro.
Atreides, weird. He's standing there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So real quick, I need to roll something
Roll
for.
initiative.
Well, I'm not too worried about initiative just yet because it's you guys
It's
are
you
just
and
going to
him.
alternate. Oh,
Yeah.
though I guess.
Okay.
Let's just take.
I mean, do I go first or does
Right,
he?
that's true. What is your initiative? Like your flat initiative?
6.
Okay, you will definitely beat him. This guy is kind of all brawn. But yeah, so he is making that charging motion towards you. I am real quick going to remind the folks at home that when you roll initiative or get into combat with an opposer, or an adversary, one must state what the parties are wanting, because that kind of helps determine when the fight is actually over. This is something more out
What does he want?
Right, and it is something more out of character. So Songbird doesn't
He's attacking
suddenly,
me, so what does he want?
right, no, the Minotaur wants to squish you.
Okay, I want to not be squished.
Sure. Yeah, and or actually, being less, he wants to defeat you. They're not necessarily a kill thing.
Nah, bro. It ain't happening.
So yes, yeah, he's charging towards you, and you are fine. You are a UFC fighter, and you've been waiting to punch somebody.
I made it aspiration.
Right.
I said, punch something, ? I don't know.
Oh my God, hang on, I gotta look this up, folks. Yeah, okay, hang on. Let me, I'm gonna do something. Okay, so for those of you who are actually watching the chat, we're gonna see if this works here. I'm gonna see, you can see all sorts of stuff over here. I think I'm gonna see if I can get this over here, squish this down, double check OBS. Yeah, there you go. Punch something, ? I don't know. This is a shit I deal with, folks. All right. Anyways, yeah. So go ahead and roll.
You're just feeding me beats.
Yeah.
All right. So specifically, I'm like waiting for him to come at me, and then I'm just gonna, as soon as he's within range, just kind of leap and strike.
So yeah, strength with brawl.
All right. +1
and with 8 again, right?
With 8 again, yes. And I'm gonna use a willpower on it.
Okay.
So that's strength plus brawl +4.
Correct. Cool.
That is yeah. Wait, he probably should have had a defense, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Because combat?
Yep, because combat. Hold that thought. He has a defense of 4.
Okay, so flat roll, and I'll just re-roll it.
Okay, thank you. Did that have the 8 again, by the way?
It didn't matter. It was rote.
Oh,
I'm using one of my rotes from Weird.
Okay. Cool. So 4 successes.
+2.
For martial arts.
Because
right?
for martial arts. So 6 big old lethal damages to his face holes.
6 lethal. All right. Yeah, he that bellow charge that he started with definitely is kind of tapered down a little bit and kind of goes from bellowing charge to heavy grunt, but it is definitely not enough. It's definitely not enough to actually stop said charge.
That's fine. Swing away, bro.
Actually, I'm kind of curious. Is there an actual So I've never really dug into the combat, because let's be honest, we're playing mages, right? Who fights?
Fights.
This guy.
Mage,
This guy. I roll barbarians. God damn it!
Double checking.
Muscle wizard cast fist.
I activate my life armor.
Right, because you can do so reflexively. Killing blows, going prone. Okay, I didn't think there was a charge. Okay, cool. And
how big a dice pool has this guy got? Because you're going to need it.
Well, what is your defense?
9.
Okay, cool. So he is rolling 2. Blop. Yeah. So that
Later,
massive. Bro. Yeah. That's the other reason he's definitely losing initiative, because Sledgehammer also slowing. Yeah.
I mean, if this thing hit me, it would hurt.
So yeah, there is a swing and just complete whiff. And then
so flow of combat wise, and because I played a lot of Sekiro a couple months ago, I step on his uppercut, just kind of smash it down into the ground, and then just drive up into his chin. Right,
which I think is probably a full extension for you.
Yeah. Sure you can.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
He's with forces. Can't you just fast rodaw the guy?
Not quite. I mean, I could. That's basically what the fucking eat into space is.
Yep.
Hey, gravity's that way, dude.
Yep. Bye.
All right. I'm gonna use another willpower.
Okay.
So same defense, right?
Correct. Has not changed. Everybody else is making the same face too.
I clicked.
Try it again. Do we have a...
That was roll 20 being a jerk.
Oh
That
no.
might be it.
No. Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
Oh.
It's okay.
5.
Okay.
So better this time.
Yeah.
So
a little bit
7
better.
lethal this time. Oh wait, he takes 2 lethal when he comes within range because of martial arts as well.
Okay.
Because you're just
Or
flailing.
2 bashing actually.
Right.
Because defensive strikes. I didn't use the willpower to make it lethal.
Okay. 7, 2,
I have so many fucking merits that are paying off right now.
3. So the original was 6, and then took 2 more from getting into range,
Mhm.
and then is now taking another 7.
7.
Where in the book is mage armor? I can't ever find it.
It's in
Attainment,
entertainments.
2 dots. Cool. Yeah. So he charges, swings, completely whiffs, gets uppercutted, and the whole of his body just rolls. And you watch as the sledgehammer, like, you know, he's got it, he's coming around, and he flings it, like, not at you, but like away, and just kind of lays back and just kind of waves his arms kind of on his back, kind of over his head, like kind of warding you off, hands open, and kind of rolls back up. And you can see, like, there are, on those wet splotches, you can see, like, spots, well, actually, because you hit him in the head, I'm sure, like, his jaw is kind of hanging a little awkward, because he's now into aggravated damage. And yeah, little sideways there. His head kind of is at a little bit of an angle, and kind of looks up, holds a hand up to you, and kind of, you know, gives you a little chin shove down the road.
Okay.
So that took
2 rounds.
Yeah. So 12 seconds plus or minus your taunting of him.
Kick the Minotaur's ass.
So yeah, meanwhile, Tratus and Weird, like, you start to have this, like, angry bellow. Well, no, I don't think Songbird is a,
No,
you know.
Songbird would be like, "Oh yes."
I don't
was
think you
waiting for
get
this."
anything from him.
We get
I
the
think-
emotions. No, the connection is always there.
Mm.
Yeah,
If you're sending phrases along it, we hear him
but
as words.
Songbird is trained, like, this is what he
That's
has
true.
trained his entire life for. I don't think it's not like a fucking glory, like, you
Really,
know,
you're
as much
fighting
as
a
I talk-
Minotaur who's 15 feet tall.
I
mean,
I think there's probably a kind of stillness.
it's a battle trance.
Yeah, there's a bit of stillness. Afterwards, there might be a bit of, like, hell yeah. Okay. But Weird and Atratus, yes, there is a massive Minotaur with a big
So-
sledgehammer.
I wave.
It nods at you.
Do you speak?
Actually, I think you get a very, very gruff no.
Fair enough. Do we have to fight?
Trying to think. It probably. I think you get the rock eyebrow. I think there's, like, this, like, you have a decision to make kind of thing, but it's not.
The Minotaur asks you what your name is.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
But yeah, it's sized up, and it is clearly, I am blocking your path. What the fuck are you going to do about it?
Okay. I'm just gonna try and be sneaky. If you want to talk to Atratus for a little bit, just while I work out
Sure.
dice and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk to him initially too.
Okay.
Just, hi.
You get that same like.
Can we be
nod.
friends, please? You're so weird.
I don't think he'll sit still long enough for me to scrutinize him, but I really want to look at a real life Minotaur.
You can try.
So cool. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to scrutinize and see if it starts charging at me. But
Okay.
Gnosis and
What are you using?
mm,
Is that one dot of life going to get a lot of workout while in the Mayan culture?
yeah, Gnosis and life, because
Okay.
yeah, this is. I only have 4 rolls.
4 rolls.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Is an opacity of 2
Okay,
Nice.
2
and reveal.
and 1 to reveal.
Mm-hmm.
The next words out of
What?
Drew's mouth are going to be, "It's a fucking Minotaur."
It is, but notably, as what you were talking about it before, you can tell this thing was created with Life 5. Somebody
Okay.
willed into existence a Minotaur.
A Minotaur.
You
Okay.
have, and it's full, like, all its various anatomy and stuff like that. Living, breathing creature, not some like construct thing. And you note that those big splotches and stuff like that are, well, you don't have a lot of detail. It is wounded.
How can I tell how old it is? Like, how long has it been here?
We'll go with a long damn time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have any spells that can heal it
Correct.
because I only have life 1.
Now,
So
a quick question. Well, actually, is Weird, are you done? Because we're trying
Almost.
to keep these kind of parallel. So, okay.
Yeah.
Especially those of you who are talking to him rather than punching him. Oh, dude, I 100% was prepared for this. So what are you casting?
I'm casting ban.
Okay, sure. Let me double check. I don't think that's really going to be a problem. Ban 3 dots. Right. Okay, and why
use
do we have the
my-
potency?
Because I thought there might be some withstand from him.
No. Withstand only for space, unless it's actually listed on the spell. It doesn't have withstand, and then because you're not casting sympathetically, there's no withstand on that. If you've got the reach to cast sensory range right there, that's it.
Okay,
This is why space is scary, folks.
so
Just
I'll
go
drop
bubble.
the.
Bye.
I'm capped at 5, so it'll be 11.
And let's run through your reach here. Remote.
1 for instant cast.
Mhm.
1 for sensory range.
Sensory range. I keep saying remote.
Yeah. And 1's for advanced duration.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I have the 4th one for? Oh, for potency, because I thought I needed to withstand. So
Oh, okay. So we can
I just
ignore
need
that.
the 3.
So just 3, so no overreach. Cool. So yeah, roll your 11.
4 successes.
Cool. Don't forget to subtract your 1 mana for using space spell. But
Yes.
yeah, that actually.
Now,
Go
I
ahead.
have time, so time shows up in the band area.
If you decide to add it, which is fine, you just need to let me know.
Yep. So yeah, I've added time, so time's still passing while he's there. But I don't have any ability to give him oxygen or light.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to calmly walk past where he was,
Mm-hmm.
and when I'm on the other side, I'll drop the spell.
Gotcha.
So
Technically,
he spent like 12 seconds not able to breathe or whatever.
right. Well, technically, you can actually use time to exclude time, so time does not pass while he is in there. So you don't
Then
actually
he doesn't
have to worry
die.
about. Yeah. You don't
Okay,
have,
so
yeah.
he won't die. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, okay, then I'll just let the advanced duration go and walk
Right.
on.
Exactly. You can walk off and be like, "See you later, buddy," which is fine. Yeah. Well, and notably, that little circle, and especially if you walk forward and you touch it, and then just jump to the other
I
side
just
of
pass
it.
right through it. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So all that happens basically about the same time as Songbird is finishing his fight. Atratus, you've studied this guy, realize he's wounded.
So I pull out my gun.
So I just started blasting.
You use matter, right? You can just like spray him with salt. All the pain.
I can't make salt.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not trying to be rude.
Okay.
I'm just going to say I can't help you. So is there any way you will let me past? Is there anything I can do to earn passage?
Especially when you say that you cannot heal him and that you're wanting to earn. So he brings up the big sledgehammer, holds it up, and then kind of turns it, maul down, slams it there, and motions at it.
Lift it.
Well, it is vague, intentionally so.
I'm going to. Where is? I have the ability that lets me look at things and see what's up with them, right?
You mean with matter?
Yeah.
Certain composition.
A certain composition will let you know what it is or what it's made of, and Craftsman Eye basically lets you understand its intended function.
I'm for sure know what its function is. I thought it was one of my legacy things.
Oh,
no, it's a later one, I believe. Because it's not. Is it broken?
It is a big, heavy, worn sledgehammer that has definitely seen some use.
I want to try to make it pristine again.
Cool.
So that would be.
I think that's going to be Negrito and Albedo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I have that as a rote.
Nice.
I have that as a practice, rather.
Okay.
So I need
praxis. I remember those.
Yeah, imagine. I need one for instant. Do I need any reach? I mean, I could destroy it, but I'm not. I'm trying to be nice.
Right. But no, you do not need any reach other than.
No, yeah, this is just one make it instant.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Pretty straightforward. Roll them 11.
Mm-hmm.
We find out it's a Vorpal Rapier. No.
3 successes.
Yeah. So, you walk over and just kind of, lay your hand on it. Technically, I guess you could have used a reach for sensory range. If you
no, I was just going to touch it. Because, I mean, if he offered it to me.
All right. You touch it, and in the dim light, well, actually, coming off of the road, it's probably you can watch as what looks like this, kind of rounded.
3 successes on a praxis is a
exceptional success. Yes. Yeah. So take your willpower, and what else do you want?
What else? Do I get a arcane beat?
Mana, bonus step, bonus reach.
I'll take a beat.
Sure. And as the spell kind of takes effect, what looked like basically a big rounded rock that somebody's bored a hole through and lashed together with leather on a big stick, cleans up. It gets its flat, smooth edge. You can see what was this kind of dull is actually like this white marble. You can see something like the blue through it and stuff like that. There's a little carved design into the marble that had been worn away. This thing had seen centuries of use, potentially millennia or a millennia of use.
Centuries of use smashing mages.
Entries.
Now it's perfect again.
And it is cleaned up and kind of looks at it. picks it up, kind of gives it a once over, puts it on his shoulder, and just turns. There's no look at you or anything like that. He's like, no, I'm good with this, and walks off. Songbird, you can look back as you're walking past your defeated foe, and that sledgehammer that's kind of lying just a little bit into the jungle is now this pristine marble thing. And weird whenever you eventually drop ban, though you may be down the road. Yeah.
He has a shiny new hammer.
Shiny new hammer. So yeah, with that, I think there's a moment where you all kind of come up with your solutions quick, really damn quick. And then like telepathically, hang on, everybody good?
Yeah, Minotaur, right?
Check that one off the list. And yeah.
Songbird, did you take a picture?
Of course I did.
Good. Okay.
What sort of research assistant do you think I am?
Oh man, now I'm just thinking of what's her name in Thor 2 and Thor 1, I guess technically. Anyways,
Darcy.
Yes, Darcy was the best.
I love her.
Anyways, yes. So you guys continue along the road. Okay. As you do, you can start to see, the Golden Road has lit your path quite literally. And the sky is dark, especially since now that I'm reminded how tall a freaking rainforest is, you can, make out this sliver of the sky, but out towards the horizon where the Golden Road is, the light of the Golden Road it seems to be brighter, or as there's something on the horizon. There's, some kind of, we'll say sky pollution, light pollution against the darkness of the night sky, we'll say. There are no there are no stars. It is a oppressive black
just
above
black
you.
sky.
Mm-hmm. As you guys continue on, in amongst the like jungle cacophonous sounds, which had gone quiet when the Minotaur showed up, and kind of built up as he left or was laid low. And then there are amongst those the susurrus of bugs and insects, and animals and stuff like that. You start to hear snatches.
I mean, we refer to things that are not insects as bugs, so yes.
That's true. Spiders make all sorts of sounds. Anyway, there's a little bit of these snatches of conversation and words and little things like that, just that you're hearing, and there's some stuff that is in that kind of Mayan-esque, ancient language, but they start to morph and change a little bit, and they start to become understandable in the same way that high speech is. And there's these soft little encouragements to step into the forest. Come join us. Come dance.
Not following your will-o-wisps.
Yes. Come dance, come drink. Well, actually, we're all adults here. Come dance, come drink, come fuck. While you're way, They
didn't have us in the first half, not gonna lie.
See, this is the shit I was expecting with this grimoire.
The fairies.
Give up, give up your journey. Come rest, relax, enjoy yourself. Paradise is just through the trees. Which is right here. So we're gonna see how resolved and composed folks are.
Can I cast Mental Shield? I'm trying to see. I have spells that can help this.
If you can cast Mental Shield in basically like that split second, like right now, one yantra, yes.
Basically as soon as I start hearing the voices trying to get into our head.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do...
I'm sure we all have a way to combat this.
Sure. Fate Ward as well, yeah.
I was going to make us deaf.
It's a pretty good one. Though I will remind you that high speech doesn't care about your ears.
Well,
Yep.
Let's see. So for reach, I need one for instant, one for scale, one for duration. So I need 3. Got 2. And Yantra's,
1.
I'm just going to use my shadow name.
Okay.
I'll throw willpower at it.
And just to your reach, you are using including remote range.
So I need 4.
Okay.
So I'm overreaching by 2.
Okay.
sensory range.
Sensory range and then remote. Because
remote viewing is
because you're casting on the telepathy, unless you're casting it on just yourself. Sorry.
No, I was trying to cast it on all of us.
Okay, right.
Okay.
That's what I thought you had been doing. So yeah,
So how many paradoxes am I dealing with?
You're dealing
how many
with-
mana do I have to spend?
you're dealing with 4 paradox, and then you're using your shadow name. So right, so yes, you're dealing with all 4.
So
3 gets you down
Let's
to
see.
1 dice. 4 gets you down to a chance die.
I'll use 3.
Okay.
I have
Dang.
Okay.
Oh well.
perfect. And I'm rolling how many?
5, 8, 11.
11.
Yeah.
6 successes.
You want that mana
Jesus,
back?
girl.
Yes. Well, I get 1 mana back, but
No,
yeah.
you get
Oh, you get all of it plus 1.
All of it?
Plus 1. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's that.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's one of the big things for like praxis is because it's super easy to get that extra success. That you just pour a bunch of mana into that. Who cares? I'm going to get it all back. Okay, so 11 dice, 6 successes. That sounds fine. Weird. What are you casting? You said Fey.
As soon as I heard this, I was going to do warding gesture.
Warding gesture. Okay, you said something about Fey ward. I'm like, I don't know what that spell is. Let's see here. Warding gesture.
I had a creative thumb of basically tune in plus prime to block it, basically.
It's not bad.
The mage creates a ward protecting the subject against supernatural
Keeping
effects that
a-
manipulate or fade, against compulsion, supernatural
Yeah.
should act against a will.
Cool. And so that'll be a Clash of Wills. Okay, cool.
Like we talked about in Discord, as long as it's not spirit, we've got plenty of solutions.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I did instant cast, advanced duration, advanced potency, and what was the 4th one? Advanced scale? Or am I going to have to do
Same-
sympathetic casting to get everybody?
Well, not you don't have to do sympathetic casting. You could, but that's really going to lower your yantras. But again, because you have the telepathic connection, you
Sure.
can cast on that as remote casting.
So I'm just going to do that with everybody.
Okay, so got to go over those reaches again. Sorry, instant cast.
Advanced scale,
Okay, right.
advanced duration, advanced potency.
Okay, and then so a 5th one for remote casting.
Okay.
Okay.
So chance die.
So you're spending 2 mana to make it a chance die?
I think I can use my rapier for this.
That'll be the only yantra you use.
Oh, right. You're right. Yes. So no.
1 mana, 2 mana.
No.
It's just nice.
You're just gonna leave it alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Look
we
at
got
this,
up to chance
guys.
does.
See, and
I
nothing
hate this.
happened.
You rolled a 1 and a
Everything's
2.
fine.
Come on.
Okay, good.
And then go ahead and roll your 7.
You just get a bruise for like 15 minutes and then you move on.
One success.
And only 1 success. Everybody, check at home. See if you have the real weird hanging out in your closet. Please return them.
I'm pretty sure Weird and Atrata switched.
It must be
Tonight.
Yeah, you guys
Switch luck.
swap dice.
It's good. I needed those beats.
Okay, cool. So, and mental scan, mental shield, if I remember correctly, is also a Clash of Wills, right? I was on my way to check that.
Yeah, it provokes a clash of wills against any equation, imminent influences, or manifestations targeting the subject, any mind spells, and any other supernatural creature's mind-affecting abilities. So
Cool.
anything that affects the mind gets clash of wills.
That's exactly what we want. Cool. We will do those Clash of Wills when we come back.
After the break.
Yes, after the break. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining us. As always, you want to join us in conversation and talk about what weird things are on this golden road, Ding.
Yeah.
Come join us on Discord. That's yeetinto.space, which will soon, hopefully, maybe have a new cool splashy invite page. I told Amanda about it, and she's like, I might work on that eventually, maybe.
I might.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So yeah. And then, of course, if you want to support us monetarily or just follow our non-YouTube stuff, come check us out on staylucky.club or patreon.com/occultists anonymous if you really want to type it all the way out. And then, yeah, we will see YouTube guys on Friday and Twitch guys in like 5 minutes.
Stay
Yeah.
lucky.